On Verified this evening, our top focus is going to be on the mirror murder cases that we are seeing. Gruesome, in fact, murder cases that we are seeing across the country. At least two such cases, similar cases to Shraddha murder case where people have been killed. In Uttar Pradesh, a man killed his ex-girlfriend and chopped her body into 6 pieces. Another one, a similar gory case coming in from Kolkata. What is happening? Are there copycat killers? What is happening as far as the Shraddha case is concerned? We'll get you all those details. Our second story, last that took place in an auto. The ISIS link has now emerged. Was it a lone wolf attack? Is there a module behind this? We'll talk about that. Our third story is going to be the big guns which boomed in Gujarat campaign today as the campaigning in the state is reaching a crescendo. Prime Minister Modi, Arvind Kejriwal, Rahul Gandhi, all there. We'll get you the latest. Stay tuned. I'll see you in the studio. Good evening, hello and welcome. This is NDTV. It's 10 p.m. time for Verified. I am Ankit Tyagi. As you heard in my beginning, the lead story, the gruesome murders. It's been 8 days, and since the last 8 days, the entire country is hooked to the details which are coming in as far as the Shraddha case is concerned. This case, and I'm telling you by personal experience as well, it sends chills down your spine when you see the length that Aftab went to try and cover his tracks, to try and hide his crime. But more disturbing than that, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to in fact play out these 4 images for you. Look at this. This is the Shraddha case that we are talking about. The disturbing fact is that there are similar cases which have been reported from 4 different parts of the country. A wife and son kill an ex-Navy man. There has been a man who kills his girlfriend, hacks, chops her body, and then parents kill their own daughter, stuff her in a suitcase. This is, because they were not happy apparently with her choice of a partner with her marriage. What is happening? Is there some sort of motivation? People are, copying these murders because Aftab did that. Aftab used, in fact, the very, very gruesome, case, if you remember, the infamous murder case of Anupama in Dehradun. He completely copied it. It was like a copybook case of what had happened in Dehradun and then what Aftab did. Is there something similar which is happening? People now, in fact, using a similar modus operandi to, in fact, dispose of, try and hide the crimes that they are committing. Before I tell you the details of each of them, let's very quickly first focus on the story number 1, which has kept the country hooked. What is happening as far as the Shraddha's case is concerned? The latest details, ladies and gentlemen, which we have been able to get. Aftab, in fact, used Shraddha's mobile phone number to buy the fridge. It's not something which happened in the heat of the moment. It happened with specific planning, and that's why he used Shraddha's mobile phone to pay for the fridge, in fact, that he had bought, and he stuffed later Shraddha's body parts in this fridge. Shraddha's mobile number was found on the fridge bill. In fact, a court has now also permitted, ladies and gentlemen, polygraph test as far as Aftab is concerned. This will be the precursor to the narco analysis that is going to take place on Aftab. Now, 13 bone fragments, parts of Shraddha's jaw have been recovered. The recovered bones have been sent for forensic analysis. It's going to be very crucial because we have been told that certain teeth are also attached to it, certain tooth are there, so they will try and extract that DNA from it and analyze that DNA. That possibly is going to be positive identity as far as these bone fragments are concerned. This is what has happened in the Shraddha case. We are tracking this very, very closely every day. But let me now shift focus now to Kolkata. From Delhi, let me take you to Kolkata. It's very, very gory case which has come to light. What is the story? Let me very briefly and quickly tell you. Wife and son have been accused by the police of killing ex-Navy man. So his wife and his son apparently have committed this crime. The police say that the accused chopped off the body of the ex-Navy man. Body was cut into 6 pieces 40 kilometers away from Kolkata. This crime, in fact, took place. Son made trips on bicycle and dumped body parts in different areas to make sure that they are not recovered, in one day or at one place. Son and mother have been arrested. The reason, in fact, behind this, possibly the police say that it was a fight over some examination fee, and the father used to beat them. But, ladies and gentlemen, this also has come at a time when we are already witnessing a similar case in Delhi. Let's listen in to what the eyewitnesses have said on this.
That mother animal was dragging that body. So we are very confused that it's a body or something else. And at that point of time, when we came closer, we just saw that it was a body of a man who was wearing a red t-shirt.
The third story, ladies and gentlemen, and this is also, as I said, disturbing among the series of the crimes that we are tracking today, is from Azamgarh, Uttar Pradesh. This poor girl lost her life at the hands of her boyfriend, who in fact was not happy because he could not marry her. This man killed her girlfriend, chopped her body into 6 pieces on November 9th. This man in fact killed his ex and then threw the body parts in a well. The man then in fact threw the severed head in a nearby pond, not in the same area, similar modus operandi, trying to fool the police. The cops say that the man took his cousin's help in this murder. What possesses people? It's just unbelievable. The man was also angry about the marriage. This girl was recently married. She could not get married to him. The family did not approve of it, and she got married to somebody else, and this enraged this man, and he murdered this woman mercilessly and of course chopped her body into 6 pieces. The other, in fact, story that we are talking about at this moment is, in fact, before I go to that, let's listen in to the details which have come on this story.
इससे पूछताछ में ये क्लियर हुआ कि इसका मृतका के साथ 2 साल से संबंध था। मृतका की फरवरी में इसी साल शादी हुई थी। ये उस समय विदेश में था। जब इसको पता चला तो इस बात से बहुत नाराज हुआ और ये वापस आया। इसने कोशिश की मृतका को डरा धमका के किसी भी प्रकार से प्रलोभन देके कि ये अपनी उस शादी को तोड़ दे और इसके साथ रहे। इसमें इसका साथ इसके परिजनों ने भी दिया।
Meanwhile, another similar case now has been reported from other part of the city, Mathura, in fact, where and this is also, just take a look at how fickle the relationships are. A father and a mother are accused of killing this young woman and stuffing her body in a suitcase because they did not approve of the girl's marriage. The father shot the girl, his own daughter. Mother helped then stuff the body in the suitcase. And this girl, Ayushi Chaudhary, lived in fact in Delhi. Her body was stuffed inside a suitcase near the Yamuna Expressway. The father was upset over the daughter's inter-caste marriage. We are talking about year 2022 in this country. Listen in.
आज 3 दिन पहले यमुना एक्सप्रेस वे पे वृंदावन कट के पास एक युवती की झाड़ियों में ट्राली बैग में डेड बॉडी मिली थी। अभी शिनाख्त हुई है। परिवार के लोगों से अब हम लोग बातचीत कर रहे हैं और आगे विधिक कार्रवाई जो होगी वो की जाएगी।
सर, इसमें कितनी टीमें लगाई गई थी?
करीब कल तक हम लोगों ने 12 टीमें लगाई थी। आज 2 टीमें और बढ़ाई गई थी, लेकिन हम लोगों को शिनाख्त कराने में सफलता मिल गई है और अग्रिम कार्रवाई हम लोग करेंगे।
All these 4 cases are example of what is absolutely wrong with our society. What is, in fact, there needs to be much more, what we see around, much more vigilance even on our part. And also, I think somewhere this whole idea of trying to be, so vicarious about all these gory details. There are people, ladies and gentlemen, dangerous people, those who are in fact planning to copycat, to repeat these kind of stories. Now let's shift focus, in fact, to the other big story we're tracking today on Verified. The Mangaluru auto rickshaw blast case investigation is throwing up startling new revelations. Now the police has found an ISIS link to the accused Mohammad Sharik. His picture in an ISIS terrorist trademark style have also now surfaced. But who is this 24-year-old accused, and was this a lone wolf operation, or there is a bigger module behind, in fact, this entire terror module? Let's very quickly take you through the latest before we tell you more about this. The Mangaluru police today has said that the blast accused is inspired by the dreaded terror group ISIS. The police also said the accused used dark web to contact his handlers. He was in touch with his handlers. The police also, in fact, said that the accused Sharik worked under multiple handlers. So they were giving him online crash course, just to say to become a terrorist. Now, the accused, in fact, also used several, SIM cards. One of his handlers is ISIS influenced Al-Hind group, which in fact the police is now investigating. The police also says that an intentional act, this entire blast is an intentional act of terror. He wanted to place that somewhere. That's when it accidentally, the blast took place while he was still there. Now, just as I said, more startling details and who is this person? Let's take a look at this detailed report.
Sharik, the 24-year-old accused in the Mangaluru blast case. An improvised explosive device or IED found inside a pressure cooker that did explode. But it appears due to some technical reasons, the blast happened before the intended time and did not have that much intensity. The police say Sharik was in touch with the ISIS through the dark net.
I said that his acts are influenced and inspired by a terrorist organization who has a global network.
These materials used to make bombs were recovered from the Mangaluru home of Sharik, where he had used a fake Aadhaar card to get the house on rent. The police were even otherwise on the lookout for Sharik, as he was involved in a trial blast on the banks of the Tungabhadra in Shivamogga. 2 of his accomplices had been arrested. The police suspect this module is linked to the extremist group Al-Hind.
He was staying at Mysore, this Loknayak Nagar, and they have found a lot of explosive materials, whether it is sulfur, whether it is phosphorus, matchboxes, then nuts and bolts, circuits. So all sort of things we have found there.
It was about 5 in the evening on Saturday when a blast happened inside an auto rickshaw in Mangaluru. Sharik and the auto driver were both injured. Sharik was out on bail after he was arrested for writing anti-India slogans. The police had been on the lookout for Sharik for the last 2 months. They have, however, not yet been able to establish his intended target and also whether it was exploded because of a technical fault or whether it was remotely controlled. With Nihal Kidwai in Bengaluru, Anusuya Mathur for NDTV.
The ISIS-style terror, in fact, accused. Detailed investigation needs to be done to unearth, and there are multiple agencies right now which are on this case, both in Karnataka, also in Tamil Nadu, Kerala, and at the national level as well. Now, let's just shift focus, ladies and gentlemen, from gory crime and terror to the politics. It's the political season, and things are heating up as far as the campaign of Gujarat is concerned. There were the 3 big faces, the big names, in fact, all 3 big guns from the 3 contenders boomed in Gujarat today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi in Navsari, Rahul Gandhi in Surat, who took out time from his Bharat Jodo Yatra for a one-day visit to Gujarat, and Arvind Kejriwal, who has continuously been campaigning, was in Amreli. The battle for Saurashtra, the first phase in Gujarat, is on. And just take a look at this. All political parties trying to make sure that just 10 days to go for the first phase, that they put in everything that they have. For Prime Minister Narendra Modi, it's a battle for personal prestige. Of course, a big message he will send if the BJP wins Gujarat for 2024 as well. Meanwhile, Rahul Gandhi, who in 2017 was instrumental in the party's performance, did more than 100 rallies, this time missing, coming here, talking about the tribals in this area. 14 seats of the 27 scheduled tribe seats are going to polls in the first phase. And Arvind Kejriwal, will his Delhi model succeed in Gujarat against Prime Minister Narendra Modi's already spoken about Gujarat model? All that will be decided when the first phase of voting takes place, specifically for the Saurashtra region. Just let's listen in to what all these 3 big leaders said about each other, about their opponents, about each other's political parties, and what they have to offer to Gujarat.
एक कांग्रेस वाला कहे थे, आ मोदी ने नहीं औकात बतावी देशु औकात, मोदी को उसकी औकात दिखा देंगे। अहंकार जो भाइयों, अहंकार जो, मोदी को उसकी औकात दिखा देंगे। अरे माँ बाप, તમે તો બધા રાજ પરિવારો છો, હું તો એક સામાન્ય પરિવારનું સંતાન છું. મારી કોઈ औकात નથી બાપા. તમે મારી औकात દેખાડવાની. અરે હું તો સેવક છું. હું તો સેવાદાર છું. અને સેવક કે સેવાદારની વળી औकात હોતી હશે? અરે તમે મને નીચ પણ કહ્યો, નીચી જાતિનો પણ કહ્યો. અરે તમે તો મને મોતનો સોદાગરો પણ કહ્યો. અરે તમે તો મને ગંદી નાળીનો કીડો પણ કીધો. બધું કીધું ભાઈ, તમે બધું કીધું. હવે તમે औकात બતાવવા નીકળ્યા છો. અમારી કોઈ औकात નથી. મહેરબાની કરીને
बीजेपी के लोग आपको आदिवासी नहीं कहते. क्या कहते हैं आपको? वनवासी. वनवासी. वो आपको ये नहीं कहते कि आप हिंदुस्तान के पहले मालिक हो. वो आपको कहते हैं आप जंगल में रहते हो. फर्क समझ में आया? मतलब वो ये नहीं चाहते कि आप शहरों में रहो, कि आपके बच्चे इंजीनियर बने, डॉक्टर बने, हवाई जहाज उड़ाना सीखें, अंग्रेजी बोलें. वो ये नहीं चाहते. वो चाहते हैं कि आप जंगल में रहो. मगर वहां नहीं रुकते. उसके बाद वो आपसे जंगल छीनने का काम शुरू कर देते हैं.
ये कोई पार्टी महंगाई के बारे में बात नहीं करते. भाजपा भी नहीं करती, कांग्रेस भी नहीं करती. मैं आपको महंगाई से मुक्ति दिलाऊंगा. सबसे पहले 1 मार्च से मैं देख रहा हूं बहुत सारी महिलाएं भी हैं. सबसे ज्यादा महंगाई का सामना तो महिलाओं को करना पड़ता है. घर का खर्चा नहीं चलता, आमदनी बढ़ी नहीं, खर्चे बढ़ते जा रहे हैं, परिवार पालना मुश्किल हो गया. तो 1 मार्च से आपको अपना बिजली का बिल भरने की जरूरत नहीं. आपका भाई आपके घर की बिजली के बिल भरेगा.
You know, political campaigns are quite interesting. I've covered a few, and the kind of things, the language that is spoken in these political campaigns are absolutely interesting to say the least. But let me go across. I was talking about the 3 big guns that boomed today in Gujarat. The 4th gun today, the big one, has reached Gujarat today as well. It's the gun from NDTV. Sanket Upadhyay is on the ground right now, joining me from Surat. Sanket, while we were listening to what the Prime Minister said, and you covered that rally, Mr. Kejriwal and Mr. Rahul Gandhi, one specific thing that I want to, in fact, and I also noticed, I'm sure you did, Prime Minister Narendra Modi in Gujarat always has a habit of, making things about himself, emotionally connecting with people. He said Maut ka Saudagar, he said about औकात, and meanwhile Arvind Kejriwal also tried to get that emotional connect going with people. I'm your brother, I'm your bhai who will give you free electricity and all. 2 very different politicians, but very similar style of campaigning, isn't it?
Well, absolutely, Ankit. I mean, this is a very common criticism also of Arvind Kejriwal, where people have often called him Chota Modi. ये तो मोदी से भी आगे निकल जाएगा. ये तो मोदी को कॉपी करता है. He'll be far worse than Modi. See, these are the things that Arvind Kejriwal has had to battle. Now, their campaigning style, yes, in terms of a personal connect, emotional appeal, to that extent is similar. But you see, there is a huge difference. And that difference is one person being from Gujarat and the other person not being from Gujarat. One person delivering his entire speech in Gujarati and the other delivering it in Hindi because he does not know Gujarati. There is this very strong passion that people over here in Gujarat have, like people in Maharashtra have, like people in other parts of the country have for their regional language.
Yes.
In West Bengal, Modi had this natural disadvantage against Mamata Banerjee because she could speak in Bengali.
Okay.
Here Modi has that big advantage that all his rallies are in Gujarati.
Yes.
And with this emotional appeal. Now you were asking about an analysis of their rallies. look at Modi. In today's rally, he went all the way back to 2007, Maut Ka Saudagar, brought in the 2014 niche comment, brought in the Aukat comment today, because he thought that it is interesting to bring that through the course of a discussion. After having listened to Modi's speech in Navsari, I can tell you, and I did a bit of analysis on what he's trying to do, and I asked a lot of people here on, how does Modi divide his speech? So 80 to 85% of what Modi says in his speech is to explain when he was chief minister. See, he knows the state at the back of his hand.
Absolutely.
He knows facts, figures, schemes. So he kept telling that to the people. He then said that when I was in center, I did all of this for Gujarat. So that connect he's trying to establish. A very limited portion of his speech is to target the Congress party. And one of such statement was the statement that we played out just a short while ago. Very little or no mention happens of the Aam Aadmi party. Like in the Navsari rally, all that the Prime Minister said, people from Delhi are coming and trying to sell you some dreams, but don't trust them. They are not to be trusted. And that is it. And he moved on. I think the idea that the BJP is trying to send very clearly over here is that this is not a tri-cornered contest. This is still a contest between the Congress and the BJP.
Yes.
I think that's the message that the Bharatiya Janata Party, even down to the workers, is trying to say, that Aam Aadmi Party may have the hawa, but they don't have the organization. Congress has the organization, but it has no hawa. And BJP is the only party which has the hawa and the organization both. And they have got their biggest star campaigner who is from Gujarat.
Absolutely.
That's the message
everything
that the
is
BJP
about
wants to say.
everything is about Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The entire campaign has been made around Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He's the face. It doesn't matter, whether Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel, and if they have, like they did, they had the audacity to change the entire cabinet because they know in the end it is going to be Narendra Modi who is going to pull them home.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. There is no doubt about that. I mean, yes, there were some speeches that were being made that, in the double engine Sarkar model that the BJP pitches in various other states.
Yes.
In Gujarat, it becomes the Narendra Bhupendra ki Sarkar. Bhupendra Patel and Narendra Modi. So, Narendra Bhupendra Sarkar. So, that's the sort of messages that you hear. For Kejriwal, the jibe is that ek dhoko Kejriwal ne, which basically means that he is not Mauka, he is Dhokha. And there is this general disdain that BJP workers have for Arvind Kejriwal. Who's he? Our contest is with us, with our anti-incumbency, and to some extent with the Congress. So this message has been sent out to each and every political worker of the Bharatiya Janata Party to perhaps discredit this startup in Gujarat called the Aam Aadmi Party. Now, whether this is going to be the result or not, remember, in the place where I am standing, Surat, is where the Aam Aadmi Party did really well in the municipal elections.
Absolutely.
They're very hopeful that they will do well and they will have some form of strike rate in Surat for the MLA elections also. But will they be successful beyond this place will be very interesting to us.
Absolutely, and it will be interesting to see. It will be interesting to see because Gopal Italia, one of the faces of the Patidar agitation, their party president of the Aam Aadmi Party, is in fact fighting from the place where Sanket is standing right now. He will be in one of the constituencies of Surat as well. Sanket will keep getting us the details from the ground. Thank you so much, Sanket, for joining us at this moment.